Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's going to be a very, very special video. Now, I was sent a product to use on my return video. Now, the company that actually sent me this, you guys already know I'm very, very fond of and speak highly of on every video. And that's purely because every product I've had from them has never ever failed me. Neither on a video, when I've been recording, or when it's been in use by me anytime off videos. Now this company decided to send this to me because they know how much work I have actually done for them in the last 2 years. If you guys don't know, the company didn't even exist until I actually did their first video for their product. They actually contacted me when they were a new company and about to release their products. And now they've actually flooded the market and become probably one of the most dominating companies of devices for cars in the industry. Many of you already know who they are, and everyone knows who they are thanks to my videos, and I'm very, very proud of that, and so is the company with me. So they therefore chose to send me this special device, and I know a lot of you will go and look it up and think, Jesus, because of the price, but believe me, the money is worth it for this device because of what it can do and what it actually comes with. So I won't explain anymore. Let's get onto this video and I'll show you what device it is.
What? Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo! When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you know.
Okay guys, so here is the device. This is the TOPDON Phoenix Pro. Now, if many of you guys don't know, this is TOPDON's greatest scan tool to date. This is what you would call, just like Autel, the Autel MaxiSys MK90, which is their top model. Now, many of you are going to think this is a very, very expensive scan tool, but I assure you not. It's literally much cheaper than the Autel MaxiSys MK908P, but it's also around the same price. The price of this scan tool is around £2,200, which is probably around $2,700 for this scan tool. And I am the first person to actually review this on YouTube from TOPDON actually sending it to me. I'm very, very thankful they actually sent this to me, and I'm glad to be doing this video, as I can see a lot of people are actually searching to see what this device can actually do. Now I am going to be using this device on both cars, whether on the Porsche and the M5, because I want to see what functions it gives on both different manufacturers. Now this device, if you can see on the box, does ECU programming and coding, and it says it right there. Now I do want to also point out, unlike other manufacturers like Autel, which charge you $2,500 and only give you 2 years free updates, TOPDON's one on the Phoenix Pro, they give you 3 years updates for £2,200 instead of $2,500 for 2 years. So it makes this device worth the money, and it can do everything you would think the Autel Max system can actually do. Now, bearing in mind, I know it's a bit expensive for a lot of people, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. But if you are a garage, or if you are looking for a top scan tool to fulfill your business, and you need a new scan tool for your business for when you're doing loads of different cars, then this will probably be the tool for you to go for, because this one can do it all. Bearing in mind, it comes with 3 years free updates, and that's for all coding and programming for all the cars. It may be worth it to have for your garage, and it would be a lot cheaper than buying another competitive brand. So let's get onto the video, and I'll open it up and we'll see what's actually inside. So guys, you can see right there, this is the Phoenix Pro. And if you can see on there, it says ECU coding, active test and intelligent diagnose, which is meant to be diagnosis, but they put it as diagnose. And they've obviously made a spelling mistake error there, which is not a problem. We can all work out what they're trying to say. Now, if you see on the back, you've got all the service functions: oil reset, steering angle calibration, EPB service, injector programming, electric throttle position reset, DPF regeneration, BMS service, TPMS system reset, AFS reset, and then there's more inside the tablet. Now you're going to expect this kind of expensive scan tool to be able to do everything and all your needs, which is to be expected. So obviously it's going to be bi-directional. Obviously it's going to do all your service functions, but it also do anti-theft and key matching for Ford, Mazda, GM, Chrysler, Toyota, Honda, and every other brand there. We don't know if it does BMW yet, we'll soon find out. But you can also see at the top here, it also does module replacement. Now module replacement is going to obviously mean buy a new module. For instance, if you buy a new module and you need it to be programmed and coded, this scan tool is going to be able to do exactly that. Now, I don't know if it will do used modules, but it's something we'll run a test on later on another car. When we get a replacement module, we'll see if it'll be able to code it and program it or change the VIN on it, which I'm probably sure it probably will, but I'm not going to be 100% certain until we actually test it. So what we'll do is we'll get this unboxed and I'll show you how it actually comes packaged. So inside, you'll see it comes in a big case like this. So you've got your big case right there. If you stand it up, you'll see right there, that's the case it actually comes in. Obviously, you're going to expect it to come in a big, heavy case like that because it is a big, big scan tool. Obviously, it's packed full of different features and you're going to have everything in it as you would expect from this kind of high-tech scan tool. For instance, you're going to have all your different leads, different connectors for all different cars, because this is the kind of scan tool you're going to want in a workshop or in a garage. This scan tool is mostly aimed at most garages who work on a lot of different cars. It's to stop garages having to pay for other scan tools to be able to do what they need to do, and to make it more cheaper and more affordable, especially for small independent garages who ain't got the money to be spending out on the licensing and the coding every year and paying, you know, 20,000, 10,000 just to have access to that. So you can go for this option. And bear in mind, this comes with 3 years, not 2, so you're getting your money's worth, because when you think Autel charge £500, I think it is, or £250 a year for the updates, you're getting this and you're getting 3 years. So when you work that out, even if it is £500 a year, that's basically £1,500, so you're getting your money's worth out of this scan tool. So let's just open it up and we'll see what's inside the box. So as you'll see, it's nicely laid out inside with the instruction book. We've got all the accessories inside, so we'll just open this up and see what's inside it. So you've got all your connectors, and if you can see right there, it's actually nicely laid out. All your connectors are in order. They're actually all named as well. So you've got Ford, Subaru, Geely, Toyota, Daewoo, GM, BMW, Benz. You've got all your accessories right there. Now if we open the other flap right here, that's all the connectors you're going to need. Now, all these different connectors will be for different things, to run tests on DMEs, to run tests on different modules. You know, you've got all your different testing cables right there. But obviously the main one you're going to need for any car, if it's OBD2, is the ones under here. So here we have the scan tool itself. The scan tool, this is how it will come. You've got Velcro straps right there. You've also got your OBD connector right here as well, which is in the side, which we'll just prise out, which it comes here. Now, as you can see, the OBD connector doesn't go like others anymore. It doesn't slot into the OBD system. You have to pull it singly back in its case on its own. Now, majority of the time you're going to be using this adapter. This is the adapter you're going to be needing to use. So you've got a serial number up there as well, which you're going to have to register the OBD dongle to your actual device when you actually get it. But this is the dongle you're going to mostly need for OBD. You're not going to need any of the other accessories up there unless you come across an old car. But they give you all the adapters needed to be able to work on any single car you come across and not be limited to any other ones. Now the device itself is quite actually big and heavy as well. Obviously, you'll see this is the tablet itself, tablet screen, and on the back we've got a stand. You've got your camera on there. You can see it's the Phoenix Pro. You've got a stand here, which you can stand it up and use it, which I'll show you how that's going to operate in a bit. You can also put that on top of the steering wheel. So when you're diagnosing a car inside the car, you can actually just put this over the steering wheel and it will stand up straight, so you can be able to diagnose easily. Or you can use a stand for other things, to stand it on a desk, because you've got to remember it is wireless, so you don't have to sit in the car and be able to diagnose it. It's got a camera function on the back. And like I say, it's got a more than big enough screen. We'll just go ahead and turn it on. So let's turn this on. It's also got a screen protector on the screen to protect it. And you can see that it says Phoenix Pro TOPDON. You can see that's all loading up. It's got all different kind of tunes on it as well. And it is a really, really nice tablet. Even to hold, it's rugged. It feels professional. It feels solid, like you bought an expensive scan tool. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel light by any means. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break, and it doesn't feel flimsy. Now, if you can see here, we've got the normal Android system that all tablets use these days, and you've got the Phoenix Pro setting right there, which is their own UI, which has been installed to this tablet. You will just click that, and it should take you onto the Phoenix Pro setting. You've got obviously their name down there, which is TOPDON. Just wait for it to load. Can take a bit of time, bearing in mind it's an Android device and it's just booted up. And you can see there now on the Phoenix Pro setting. So guys, as you can see here, this is the Phoenix Pro TOPDON. And now we've got it all loaded up. You can see here, talking to me about my VCI connector. You got the reset procedures, diagnostic history, intelligent diagnostics, local diagnostics, ADAS, mole feedback, and more. We're going to go into all the different functions it can actually do, and then we'll go ahead and scan the cars and see how it actually plans out and see all the options it actually gives us to be able to use on this scan tool. So if you can see there, I've actually got it on the stand itself. So it's actually on the stand, so you guys can see absolutely clear what's actually happening here. And so you can see all the different functions right there. We'll go into reset procedures, and then you get a glimpse of what it can actually reset. So you can see all the reset features right here, and that you can do engine power balance monitoring, crank position sensor adaptive learning, coolant bead. This will also do all your ADAS, which is the automatic driving assistance systems, which is if you've got pedestrian detection and all them kind of features on your car, this will do it all as well. You've also got high voltage battery. So another thing this scan tool can do, many people always come to me asking why they've got a battery drain in their car. If you have a battery drain in your car, these new systems now are able to detect and tell you what's actually happening. Many people won't be aware of that, but yes, this one can actually do that. This can detect if you've got a battery drain and where it's actually coming from very, very easily. I know a lot of people will be angry about that you have to buy an expensive scan tool to be able to do that, but yes, that's part of what they've done. But this one is able to do that. You can see all the other programs: immobilizer reset, immobilizer programming, gearbox relearn, motor angle calibration, transport mode, tire reset, start reset, sunroof reset, seat occupancy calibration, intelligent cruise control system, EGR adaptation. Everything you need is on here. It's a really, really nice layout as well. The UI is really, really nice, colorful. You've got battery matching, which will be battery registration, obviously. You've got everything you basically need on the reset procedures. Now, obviously you've got your ADAS as well. So you can go into here, ADAS coverage, adjustment steps. You've got ADAS calibration. So you can do that as well. As I told you, if you want to do that, you can. You can just do activate, and you can see there, TOPDON actually do the sensors to set up for ADAS calibration. So you'll be able to access this and do all the ADAS as well. And this is what I mean, guys. This scan tool is mostly aimed at workshops needing a scan tool that can do it all for half the price of what other manufacturers will charge. And this is one of them kind of ones that can do that. You've also got local diagnostics, intelligent diagnostics. Now we are going to run the intelligent diagnostics, and I am going to run that on the Porsche firstly. So you'll run an intelligent diagnostics on the Porsche, and we'll see all the functions it actually gives us and what it's able to do. So let's go ahead and do that, and you guys get to see more of what this system can actually do. So if you can see there, guys, it's just updating the dongle now. So it's updating it all, ready to be used on the car. We have connected it into the car, and we're just going to wait for that to update. And then we'll come back to the video after, so you guys get to see everything that actually happens when it first scans the vehicle, because this is the first time I've used it. So I know a lot of you are going to ask if I've managed to use it yet, but the answer is no, I haven't used it myself, which you can see there. So this is the first time I'm actually using this scan tool, and I do like to be able to first use them on a video so you guys get to see the simplicity of using these scan tools. Because if they're hard to use, then if I struggle, you guys are going to struggle to find the options. But if I manage to find everything with ease, then you know it's very, very well thought out for anyone who's looking to buy this, and you'll be able to use it with no problem. So you can see right here, guys, it's now reading the VIN of the car. You can hear it beeping away inside the car. And I have got this on Bluetooth, so I'm away from the car. This is sitting on the workbench. This just shows you how portable it is. I'm not even near the car. I can be sitting at my desk and not having to worry about being with the car while I scan it. Very, very easy. Or if you have someone who works in a workshop with you, can get them plug it in and you don't even have to be there. Now, if you can see here, it brings up what it is, brings up the whole car. So it brings up everything that's actually needed, all the model, year, everything you need tells you the software can diagnose partial systems of Porsche coverage from 96, box to K, and then tells you everything else. So if we go to diagnostics, we just run the diagnostics, gives you all the functions you can actually do right there. We'll go to loading. And let's see what this scan tool can actually do, guys, because obviously it's quite interesting and I'm quite enjoying this. I don't know why my engine size is showing up as a 3.2 when it's a 3.4, but maybe they don't have that, I don't know. I have to see why that is. We'll see how it shows on the M5 if it shows something else. Okay guys, so as you can see here now, we've now got the scan tool loaded, and you'll notice that it's now got a module tree. Now, if many of you guys don't know, the majority of scan tools that I've actually scanned have all had a module tree lately, and I think China's now gone over to this kind of system because this is more effective at scanning and letting you know what's actually wrong than just a normal diagnostic system. Now if we just do smart detection, we'll see what that can do, and you can see there it's now scanning the DME. Shows that there's a fault in there, which we know what the fault is for the cruise control system. I'm going to show you all the faults. That'll do smart detection, you see. So we'll just run all the different ways of it and see how it actually works. Scan tool's obviously beeping. That's the PSM, obviously because it tried to scan the PSM. And you can see there we'll go into special function list and everything else on it as well at the same time. You can see that there's codes which they link onto the tree. So then that's how you manage to diagnose what's actually wrong, because you manage to find out based on the tree what's actually going wrong. So it's saying abnormal, but that's because cruise control has been coded in this. So if we remove the coding for that, which we can probably correct on this, they should all clear. But you can see here it does a smart detection of the modules, and it's working really, really well, really fast as well. And having it like this on the tree really, really benefits being able to diagnose individual items. So you can see here in the special function, guys, we've got reset service, teach wheel IDs, bleed the brakes, and steer angle learning. That's all we have in the special functions. Obviously, this is a Porsche. It doesn't have much stuff like a BM, so you're not going to have many settings in there. If we come out of that, we've got the online function, which you can see right here. We've got VO installation refitting, and we've also got online coding. So if we just click online coding, you can see right there, we've got all the DME electronics, Porsche system, so we can go into here. And let's see how it accesses it. So let's just go into one and just test it. So you've got brush hidden modified rule coding, and you've got the dealer number and everything like that you need to do. And you've got all the different numbers to put the coding and programming on. You've got hidden or modified. You've got all the vehicle equipment, chassis number, and everything you want there as well. Let's come out of that. If we go into instrument cluster, we'll click on that one, go into rule coding, and we've got all the different parameters, as you can see right there, which is all coded in on the cluster. Go into brush hidden and modified, and we've got even other ones right there as well. So you can see it can do all the coding as well if you need it to. We've got VO installation refitting, doesn't seem to be working, but you get an idea of how it actually all scans and works. If we do another smart detection, you guys get to see just how accurate and quickly it scans. So it will scan all the modules again. We'll just let it scan itself and do it all. And I do like the way it's laid out on the tree. I do prefer these kind of scan tools that are laid out like this. It does make your life a lot more easier, so you can work out what's going wrong instead of trying to trace it, so you know exactly what line they're on, or if there's a fault with the pins or anything like that, just by it scanning like this. And then what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll see how good the error codes are on it as well, because I know many of you are going to want to see that, how accurate the error codes are. Now bearing in mind this is a Porsche, this should be Porsche specific codes that show up on this scan tool. So we'll go ahead and see what kind of codes they actually give once it finishes actually scanning. So now it's finished scanning, we'll go into the system. So we'll do compare results. There's no record, we'll go to diagnostics plan. And if you can see that there's a diagnostics plan. So you've got quite a few faults: communication PCM, communication ignore, so the sending of this fault can be ignored. Communication stopwatch control, cruise control lever, so coding, as I told you, majority of it is also doing coding on the displays, but you can see there, you've got online help as well. So if you click that, I'm pretty sure that will take you to Google with the code, and yeah, it should point you in the right direction. So if we just do online help, or it could actually put you through to customer service, I'm not sure. So you can see documents provided, which is none there. You can do that one as well, see what that one brings up. Ignition on 35 seconds, possible interior sensor fan, faulty air conditioning regulator. So you get an idea right there of what the error is. It actually tells you right there as well what the error will be. So it's very good for helping you be able to diagnose problems without the need of, you know, getting lost in the moment and not knowing what's going on. Now, if we do clear DTCs, we'll see how quick it can actually clear them. Let's have a quick look at how quick it can clear the codes as well. But you've got to see the basic functions of what this scan tool can actually do. We'll go and put this on the M5 as well, so you guys can see on BM what functions it actually can give you, and if it's going to benefit you in any sort of way using it on your BMW, which I think it will. Obviously, Porsche doesn't have as many modules or as many systems as BMW does, but we'll soon find out in a minute. Just finish clearing all the codes, and then we'll go over to the BMW and plug it up and see what we get on there. You get a chance to see it works really, really well, and the layout's really nice. We can end that diagnostic session, and if you can see there, you get an alarm reminding you to remove the VCI. Very, very noisy, but I suppose it's better than you forgetting it in there and not being able to scan, not being able to use the scan tool again if you lose it. So we're now going to plug this into the M5, and then we'll find out how accurate it diagnoses, and we'll find out other things about it, of what other features it can actually do. Okay guys, now we've got it connected to the BMW E60 M5. So we're going to go ahead and again and click Intelligent Diagnostics. And this is how quick it will find the device. And now we've done all the update and everything. It will read the VIN, get all the information of the vehicle, and then be able to give you all the options you're able to do with this device. So you can see there, it's sprung up the car properly. Now it's telling me it's a 2012, which it's not. So you can see this device isn't 100% accurate. It said my Porsche was a 3.2, when it's actually 3.4, and it's given my year as a 2012, which is absolutely not. So now we'll go into diagnostics, and we'll just see. Now my car's battery is actually quite low. We've got a battery drain from where we've been using it to do all these diagnostics. So I need to put this on charge where it's not been charged for a long time or driven. So we're gonna have to do that. So we are gonna get fault codes for that. You can see there, it gives you all the information you actually need. So we'll just click next. And we've done that already. So now we'll just read the vehicle data. Now this is going to give a lot more than what the Porsche did, which is to be expected because BMs have a lot more stuff than these do. But we'll soon find out what it actually gives. It actually shows all the mileage and everything else, but for some reason it didn't show the year was correct. It showed it as a 2012, but does that matter? Not really. It showed my Boxster as a 3.2 and it's a 3.4. Does it matter? No. None of that matters. As long as all this matters, that's the main thing, because this being wrong can get all your coding wrong, can get everything else and all your different options that you can do wrong. And a lot of people will be angry about that, as when they go in, they'll see they can do this and do that and they actually can't. So it's better, it runs a scan, checks what you got, and then lets you know what you can do on the car. It'll give you all the options available, and this will be the same for any car that it scans. So you can see there, it's nearly 100% done. We'll just wait for it to run all the process. It's nearly done, and there you go. There is a tree for BMW, and the tree is laid out as you would find on ISTA or anywhere else. So you can see all my tree there. So what we'll do is we'll do smart detection, and you can see we've got loads of different options up here compared to the Porsche for anti-theft system, coding, programming, and a lot more special functions. So you can see here, most of the modules are going to go green, as I expect, but the majority of them may not because of the battery being low as well, but they might still go green even though it's only a battery being low. But you can see there, everything's coming up nicely and it's running the scan. It can take a while, bear in mind this is a BMW, so it's got a lot of different modules to scan. So we've got the IC, which is red. It's still scanning all the other modules down here. And there's the modules all scanned. So now let's go into the system list. That's your system list of all your control modules. You can check the codes there. Now we've got all the different bi-directional settings. You can see here all the different settings we can do. We can go into the body, and you've got calibration of body module, most ring store configuration, block and enable keys, register battery, initialize range sensor, power management, evaluate the state of charge, maintenance. You've got delete transport mode, simple service correction, remote door unlock activations. You've got everything you need in here, driver assistance, deactivation of engine oil, And then you've got all the settings different there as well. Shock absorber adjustment, you don't need that on the 6Ds, only on the M5. You've got coding and programming, so if we go into there, I know a lot of you will be curious about that function. We'll see what they can do here. We'll click next. And if you can see here, we've got all the coding system list as you would have. This is the same as what it would be on the Autel. You've got all the different coding options that you would have. So you've got all these. You can click one of them and be able to code different modules. We don't need to code anything. We've got personalization. So this is basically like running ISTA-P. Basically on here, this will be the same layout as how ISTA-P would be. So we click OK, and we'll click OK again, and you'll see all the different modules you can code. You go into them, you'll be able to access different functions. You've got retrofit as well. So you've got freedom retrofit. So if you click that, it might come up for the tail lights. I don't know. It will give you any options that you are able to retrofit. So battery change or vehicle order change. You can change the VO for different things that you put on. So you have got all the options there to be able to program and code as well. Anti-theft system, we'll click on that one, see what happens. And then you need an IMO programmer, which I'm sure TOPDON are going to be bringing out. You can see there, they've got this, but I expect TOPDON to be bringing out this kind of programmer. So you'll be able to program keys as well with this scan tool at some point for BMW. So this is a must-have scan tool. If you are a garage or you are looking for someone that can do it all, this scan tool is going to be able to do it all later on. They are going to be releasing the program, as you can see, which we don't have as yet. So we'll just wait, we'll just end that one. We don't need to do that. And we'll come out of that. Now, if you can see, if we go to the scan history, we can see, I believe, everything. No, we can go to quick access as well. See what's in there. See what it gives us. So you've got all that again, same thing as always. And you've got everything right there. We could end that as well. We can go to diagnostics again. I'll run another scan so you guys can see the fault codes, and we'll go on to the online help, see what happens there, see how it works out. But this is a really, really good scan tool. It's very, very accurate, and it's pinpointing all the fault codes, even on the Porsche. It pinpoints the car as well, apart from the front screen, but apart from that, the rest of it, it pinpoints, it gets all the modules correctly, it scans correctly. It's got everything you basically need. And if you're a garage, or even if you're at home and you want to use this kind of scan tool to be able to diagnose your own cars and things like that, this scan tool will save you a lot of time being able to find the problem without the need of you trying to pull things apart and find out what's going on. This thing will lead you to the right direction without the need of having to do that. As I said, it comes down to the price. Many people ain't gonna wanna pay £2,200, which is about $2,700. But I've always said you get what you pay for. And with TOPDON, as you can see, plug it straight up, it works without issue. Unlike some of the other scan tools I get, you get them, you have to go through this, run through this, run through this. With this one, I haven't had to do that. Everything's updated, everything was ready to go. Out of the box, I managed to plug it straight in and be able to use it. These kind of scan tools, I do use myself, especially when you get a complicated car. Being able to do the ADAS systems these days, this scan tool alone will pay for itself, because most new cars, Teslas, even BMW, they all come with ADAS systems, and you must be able to sort them out, be able to redo them, recalibrate them. And it's the same for this. Like you see, we are going to rescan, as I just want to be able to test everything. And if you can see, we are just rescanning. I want to be able to test all the functions. So we'll go and read the fault codes and see how it all works out. I know many of you will be looking at this thinking you can't actually afford it because it's going to be too expensive. Even though you'd love to have one of these, it is very, very expensive, and I get that. But in the same sense, you think how much money this is going to save you, and bear in mind it's got the 3 years updates, not 2, so you won't have to worry about it for 3 years. You can code and program as many cars as you want in 3 years and not have to worry. So now if we go to system list, and we go to here, you can see that they're the current ones, so we'll enter that. We're always having them codes on the M5 since I've got it. We'll go continue, and we'll do read fault code. We can go to fault guidance as well, so you can see here, we can get help. And you can see there, oxygen load, full stimulation, and it tells you everything. Check exhaust system for leaks, or anything like that, which it tells you right there. And I believe these codes have been coming up since I had my back boxes removed. And you've got fault guidance as well, which we'll see what that one is, a new one on me. See what fault guidance is. Maybe it'll help you be able to diagnose the car. We'll just see. And you can see that it tells you catalytic converter, so we can do special function. It says catalytic converter, so we can operate the catalytic converters, you see. So if we click that, we'd be able to operate. We've got actuation test as well. And you've got all of it in there as well. So it is bi-directional, as I told you anyway. And yeah, guys, it can do everything you need. Let's just try and clear some codes. So it works. Cleared that one, we cleared that one, and we have cleared all them as well. Now you see a green tree, so it clears them very, very fast. You've just seen how quick it's just cleared all my fault codes off the car within split seconds. And now it's all clear. So there you have it, guys. It is a really, really good scan tool. You've seen all the options it can do. I don't really think I need to go into too much more about this scan tool, but I will link it in my comments below and in my other products that you'll find in my product descriptions with all the other scan tools that, and you guys know I'm a big, big fan of TOPDON. TOPDON are at the moment smashing the competition apart, and no doubt they're going to bring out something better, as most manufacturers do. There's always something better every year, but this at the moment is TOPDON's top device, and if you are in the market for something like this, then I would highly recommend to go and buy this over the Autel system. I have them all, as many of you guys know, and this one is really, really good, really nice feel, and it looks and feels professional, and the things it can do will save you a lot of time in the long run diagnosing cars. Now I just want to point out as well, on top of here, you do have Ethernet port up there. You've got all your ports, you've got your volume controls, you've got your DC in to charge the tablet. You've also got a USB port, you've got a USB 1 HDMI port. You've got also a memory card port up there as well. So you do have all the ports you need as well in case you're going to need them to plug in anything. As I said, in the case, you do have a lot of different ports to be able to do all different cars. But as I said, the majority of the time, all you're going to need to do is be able to plug in that OBD, which most people do these days, and then away you go with this, and not have to stand in the car or with the car or keep a lead connected. So this is an absolute brilliant piece of kit, especially, as I said, for garages. Updating the software is not hard at all. So you just click here, you'll come into all your updates, it will tell you if there's any updates, and then you will just update them. So you see I've got updates right here that I've got to do, but I didn't do it, only true because we needed to use it for a video. But now what I'll do is I will let this update and do its thing, because as you can see, we've got clutch matching and everything else that needs to be updated. And as I said, this is 3 years free updates. You do not have to pay for them. So you'll always get the latest updates. Your device will be more up to date than an Autel. You'll have all the latest stuff and ready to go. So we'll just click update, and that's how simple it is. So you see it all updating now. So we'll just leave it to update and do its thing. And that's it, guys. Okay, guys, so as you would have seen, I've now reviewed the TOPDON Phoenix Pro. Now, you've now seen all the functions it can actually do. And as I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm a very, very big fan of this company. Bearing in mind, I'm the one who got them out there. When they first sent me the first ever product when I started YouTube, TOPDON wasn't even known. It was thanks to me that got them actually recognized. And for that, obviously, they're very, very thankful and grateful, because I've now turned them into a leading diagnostic tool company that can actually cater for everything. And they have so much now to offer. And to be honest, TOPDON are actually going to smash the market eventually. You know, bringing out tools like this, I just can't wait to see what else they actually bring out later on. If you do want this tool, as I said, it will be pinned in my comments and in my description box. The cost of it in the UK is £2,200. I do roughly believe it's around $2,700. But as I said, guys, do bear in mind, this has got 3 years updates, not 2 years. So if you work out the cost of that and how much you're actually saving, this tool is going to make you a lot more money than it's actually going to cost you. And if you do work in a workshop, or you do have your own garage and you're doing cars every day, then this is going to come in very, very handy for you, and you're going to make your money back very quickly. This tool is able to do everything you need it to. You've seen it in function on the Porsche and the M5. It reads very quickly. It tells you the car. It doesn't get it accurate in the beginning, but obviously it got the M5 accurate after. And if you are looking for a scan tool that can do it all, then this is the one for you. It's very, very nice. It feels very nice to hold. Very, very easy. It looks professional. And if you've got one of them trolleys that you push around in your workshop with a stabilizer on, and you need a good scan tool to go on top of that, this is the one. This is the one at the moment. TOPDON are advertising everywhere. A lot of garages are using it so far already, and it is really, really good. Why wouldn't you buy it when it can cut all the costs down, especially for garages who are paying 10 to 15,000 a year just to have ISTA or run this manufacturer or that manufacturer? 2,200, you get the whole lot for 3 years and not have to worry about it anymore. They've also got, I think, a 2-year warranty on this. So if anything does go wrong, TOPDON, as many of you guys know, the customer support is absolutely fantastic. If you've got an issue, they'll respond to you and sort it out literally immediately, so you don't have to worry about that. But I do highly recommend this device, and if you are looking for a new device, then this is the one you should purchase. Try and avoid Autel, because until Autel fix up and give customers more for their money, they're not worth the price. At the end of the day, TOPDON are just as good as Autel, if not better. I literally use all my TOPDON products more than I use any of the Autel systems that I've actually got myself, and I would rather use this to do programming and coding than to get on my big Autel system with all the leads and have to plug it up, where this is just a straight OBD port and done, program and code with simplicity. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and like I said, this was a review for the TOPDON Phoenix Pro product. I hope you guys actually found this video interesting, as I know a lot of you have been waiting to probably see this product, or I've actually seen it and been debating whether you should buy it. The truth of it is, you should buy it if you are looking for one, because this is really worth it. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I just want to give a big thanks to Daisy for actually sending this to me. Thank you very much for watching this. BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.